Maryland Spotlight. It's all about Maryland living.
Welcome to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight. There are so many wonderful, inspiring, and spirited women in Maryland that I think we need to recognize. So joining me right now, one of those spirited women herself, Monyka Berrocosa. You're the founder of MyCity4Her. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about MyCity4Her.
Well, first, thank you for having us today. But more importantly, MyCity4Her Media is a company that I started 5 years ago because I noticed an increasing trend of women getting into decision-making positions at the C-level and above, or becoming prominent entrepreneurs and business owners, community leaders, and I felt they deserved their own media company to talk about their kudos, their challenges, their experience, transfer knowledge amongst each other, and share their success stories. And so that is the company that I started, and I created the Giving Spirits Foundation in tandem when I founded that company as a real meaningful commitment to give back to Maryland and the community where we're based. And the awards stem from the Giving Spirits Foundation.
Let's talk about that. Now, the Spirited Women Awards coming up.
They're coming up on August 15th, 2012. Every year it comes up quicker. There's more to do. They're going to be at the Four Seasons. It's going to be fabulous. And how that came about is that I won an award, a national award for philanthropy from the Red Cross about 6 or 7 years ago. And I got this award and I thought, okay, this is wonderful. What can I do for the Red Cross? What a tremendous honor. And I decided to have a fundraising luncheon for them. At the time I had won the award, Morton's was very involved. And I had received my recognition at Morton's, and I thought, you know, Morton's is kind of like the power luncheon spot, and I think women should have their power luncheons. So we got the idea, we put our heads together, and we did the first Spirited Woman Awards and Power Luncheon at Morton's 6 years ago.
Wow.
And we raised some money, very grassroots, and it was such a success that we said we have to do this next year. Well, next year, turns out that the award for the Red Cross was no longer happening. That was like a one-time thing that I was lucky to win, and I thought, you know, we have some amazing spirited women in Baltimore. We should do an award ourselves that kind of continues the momentum of this and recognizes the unsung, you know, heroes of our community.
Heroes, I like that.
And really gives back. And how can we do this? So we started that the first year, and it has just snowballed. And since then, you know, every year the winners are more phenomenal.
And you're going to, as you do it, you're going to raise a little more money and network with more women so that they can advance. So that's terrific. Tell me about the different categories.
So the different categories are very specific. We start with Spirited Woman Rising, which is really designed for a younger woman who's starting out in her career, starting to make some meaningful commitments in the community, perhaps, you know, junior board membership, volunteer work, stuff like that. And we view that as our awards to groom the next generation of women leaders. And then we have Spirited Woman in Balance, because that's an award designated for a working mother who's managing to make it all look easy and graceful while she balances professional excellence with, you know, the duties of being a devoted and involved mom. We have Spirited Woman in Business, a new award this year, which recognizes a local entrepreneur, woman in business. And we have, of course, the Spirited Woman of Baltimore Award 2012. And this year's winners are phenomenal.
Right. Well, tell me about the top winner.
Well, the top winner is Maria Darby Johnson, and she's with the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. She spends most of her daylight hours helping other people, lifting them up and making them feel special.
So it's her turn.
It's her turn, and her nominations were poignant. And I have to tell you, without the support of our title sponsor, the law firm of Jane Frankel Sims, the Four Seasons, and people rallying to lift these women up and recognize them, we could not have such a phenomenal event. So it's really a great opportunity to come out, network, meet some great people, give back to an important cause. The Red Cross of the Chesapeake region is our chosen charity this year, and get to know one another, enjoy a beautiful setting, get dressed up,
Absolutely.
have fun.
Have your time. Well, that's great. Monyka Berrocosa, thank you so much. Now, MyCity4Her.com is where you can get the tickets.
Definitely. That's where you can see all the information about the winners, past winners, our sponsors, and of course purchase tickets. I encourage people to do it before August 1st because they're a little bit lower in price, $60. After August 1st, the regular price is $75, and we're hoping to sell out.
Exactly. You certainly want to fill it out. Well, Monyka, thanks so much for joining us today on Maryland Spotlight.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight.